friends. My name is Katie and I work with the American Lung Association. Today, we're going to be singing some songs, doing some yoga, and focusing on our breath. I'm so excited that you're here today for our yoga class. Yoga is something that you can do in a studio or at home. You can do it outside or inside or even with your friends or all alone. Today, we are in my living room here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So let's get started. We're going to start today with one of my very favorite songs, and it's called The More We Get Together. But to make this song just a little bit more special, we're going to be singing it with our hands and using something called ASL, American Sign Language. So can you hold your hands up like this and focus all of your energy into your fingers? It's time to learn the signs. The first sign we're going to use is more. Can you go like this? That's the sign for more. Now we need to learn the sign for together. Take two hands out like this, put them together, and draw a great big circle. Good job. Next, we're going to learn the sign for happy. Let's take our hands out like this and gently brush up on our chest. Good job. The last sign we're going to learn is the one for friend. Can you hold one finger up and the other finger up? And then give them a hug. That's the sign for friend. Okay, now we're going to sing together. Are you all ready? In your nice seated position? Do you have your energy in your fingers? Good job. We'll sing together in 3, 2, 1. The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. Because your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Good job! Nice singing, friends. So now it is a beautiful day outside, so we're going to greet the earth. Can you stand up from your seated position? And we're going to start by taking our arms and stretching them way out like this. And can you say, hello, sun? Hello, sun. Good job. I feel you, sun. And give yourself a great big hug. Then say, hello, air. I breathe you, air. Take a deep breath in. Now let it out. Good job. Get a little bit lower. Say, hello, water. I feel you, water. Good job. Go all the way down to the ground and say, hello, earth. I feel you, earth. Good job, friends. Now come join me on the ground. So today, we're going to be doing some yoga and exploring a question. And that question is, how can I use my imagination and stretch my body to move like an animal? Do you have a favorite animal? Maybe an animal that you have at home or you've seen at the zoo? Let's ask ourselves that question, but first let's get settled. Can you find your crisscross applesauce position? Take your hands up like this and take a deep breath in. And let it out. One more, deep breath in. And let it out. And this time with our eyes closed, ask ourselves the question, what is my favorite animal? Does your favorite animal crawl or slither or swim? Do they fly? Are they big or little? What do they like to eat? Where do they live? So many questions about our favorite animals. One more deep breath in and out. Today, we're going to be exploring a lot of different animals. But I know that I have so many crazy thoughts zooming around in my mind right now, and sometimes my mind feels like this jar of glitter. It may feel like I have so many shiny thoughts and feelings zooming around this way and that, and I don't know how to focus. So sometimes I like to look at this jar and focus on one piece of glitter and take a deep breath in and let it out. Your mind is like this jar of glitter, and we can focus on it and watch as it falls gently down towards the ground to help us feel a little bit more calm. All right, friends, now it's time to focus on our animal poses. We're going to play a guessing game called Who Am I? Here's how it's going to work. You're going to use your close-looking eyes and your body to mimic or mirror the pose that I'm doing. We're not going to use our mouths. Okay. And when I get into that position, I'm going to ask you some questions and I want you to answer it out loud. Sound good? All right, here we go. Our first animal. I am an insect. I like to fly around and I have big, beautiful wings. Who am I? Did you say butterfly? Good job! This is our butterfly position. Nice work. On to our second animal. I am a big animal. You may see me at the zoo. I make a very loud roar, and I've got a big, beautiful mane all around me. Who am I? A lion! Can you roar like a lion with me? Let's try. 3, 2, 1. Roar! Good job. All right, on to our third animal. I am another animal that sometimes you find in a house. I am fairly small and fluffy, and I have whiskers. Who am I? I'm a kitty. Good job. Let's meow together. Ready? Meow, meow, meow. All right, our fourth animal is just a little bit different. Watch how my body changes. Oh, now I am an animal that you might find on a farm. I'm black and white, and I have udders that are filled with milk. Who am I? Let's see, old MacDonald had a farm. I'm a cow! Good job! Let's all moo together. Moo. Nice moo. I almost thought you were a cow. All right. On to our next pose. Here we go. This one's a little bit different. I am an animal you might find outside. I slither side to side, and I shed my skin. Who am I? Did you say snake? You're right. This is called cobra pose. Can you say cobra? Good job. All right, our next position. This position is another animal that we might have at home. And I'm generally pretty fluffy. I like to go on long walks. And I have a leash. And I play fetch really well. Who am I? A dog, you're right. Good job. All right, our next position. This one is a little bit tricky. And if you can't get your hands on the ground, that's all right. You can hang them up just like this. This animal lives in the ocean. They float, and they're not arms, but they look kind of like arms that sometimes people are afraid of because they might sting you. But they're not trying to sting you. They don't want to hurt you. They're your friend. Who am I? You're right. I am a jellyfish. Can we move our arms like this, like we're jellies? Good job. All right. After jellyfish pose comes, Okay, here we go. Ready? Seems really hard. We gotta work on our balance. If we're super balancers, we could even lift our foot up all the way here. Now, I'm not an animal, but you might find me outside because birds live in me, squirrels live in me, and I have big branches full of leaves. Who am I? I'm a tree. Good job. Good job balancing. All right, gently bring your foot down. And we have 2 more poses left. Here we go. All the way down. Oh, I am another animal that you might find outside. I like to jump. And I jump from lily pad to lily pad. And I like to eat flies with my tongue. Who am I? I am a frog. Can we ribbit together? In 3, 2, 1. Ribbit, 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 ribbit. All right, our last pose is a pose to help calm our bodies. I'm going to tell you what this one's called. It's called child's pose. So gently spread your knees apart just like this. Come down to the ground, and you can stretch your arms way out in front of you. And let's focus on our breath again. With your arms stretched way out, you can even try to crawl your fingers up just a little bit and spread them out wide. You can make your forehead kiss the ground and take a deep breath in. Filling your whole belly and then let it out. One more. Fill your whole belly in. And then relax and let it out. Good job, friend. Let's come back to our first crisscross applesauce position. Wow, you are expert guessers. You are so good at playing my animal guessing game. Well, now guess what we do? We're going to tell a yoga story. So with all of those animals and poses that we just met, we're going to do them a little bit faster while I tell a really special story. Does that sound good? Give me another thumbs up if that sounds super good. Give me a thumbs up on your head if that sounds even better. Good job. All right, let's take our hands. Again, put your energy and your focus in your hands. Wiggle your fingers, and then gently let them fall to our knees. Make sure you have your close listening ears on and our focusing eyes. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful butterfly. And our butterfly was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And she liked to fly through the beautiful air, down the street, and all the way to the zoo. And at the zoo, she met one of her very good friends, Mr. Lion. And when she went over to the lion cage, she fluttered her wings and said hello, and Mr. Lion said hello back too. We're gonna roar now. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Roar! Oh, but our butterfly friend got so scared by Mr. Lion's roar that she flew away, leaving the zoo to find some other friends to play with. Come on. So as she was flying, she went down to the neighborhood, and when she got into the neighborhood, she saw a cat. And our cat was beautiful and fluffy and soaking up the gorgeous sun. And do you know what our cat looked like? It was black and white. I know another animal that is black and white, and that is a cow. Good job. And our butterfly kept asking herself, wait a second, do I see a cat? Good job. Arch your back really high. Is this a cat that I see, or is this a cow? And what do we know cows say? Moo. So our butterfly flew a little bit closer and realized, oh, it is a cat. As she kept flying, she saw another friend rustling in the grass. But before she could quite see him, she heard him, and he made a noise like this. What animal is it? It's a snake! Oh my goodness, our friend got a little bit scared, so she flew towards the snake, only to realize it wasn't a real snake, it was a toy snake. Because right next to our toy snake was a dog, and that dog was playing with the toy snake. You can walk your dog a little bit, my friends, when we're in this pose. You can lift your legs up a little bit. Let's take our deep breath in and let it out. So silly, our dog playing with the toy snake. That really scared us. I know. Well, the owner of our dog started to come right over as they were playing fetch. And as our butterfly looked a little bit closer, what was on the owner's t-shirt but a jellyfish? It looked as though the jellyfish was going this way and that way on their owner's t-shirt. He was a little boy with bright blonde hair, and he threw the ball, for our dog to catch, and the dog ran right underneath a tree. Friends, when we're getting into this pose, we can put our leg up like this, but if we're having a hard time holding our balance, that's okay. First, we can try and keep our foot down here, just below our knee, to hold the balance. Good job. Now, this wasn't any tree. This was a great big oak tree. It had wide branches, beautiful green leaves, and all the leaves were blowing in the wind. Let's take a deep breath in and blow out like the wind. Good job. Let's try this pose on our other leg. Can you put this one down? Lift this one up, either right here or all the way here. Nice work. Again, our tree is blowing in the wind. The wind is suddenly picking up. Let's take a deep breath in and become the wind. Oh my goodness. Our butterfly started to fly away. They caught the wind, and as they caught the wind, they were flying all together through the neighborhood, and this time to a pond. Our butterfly gently landed on a lily pad. Can you make your butterfly land? And on that lily pad happened to be, what is this pose called? A frog! And our frog was very jumpy. Can you make your frog jump? They jumped to the right, they jumped to the left, and they were looking for some food. Can you use your eyes and look for some food in your room? Do you see it? Do you see it? Oh, I see a dragonfly. That's too big for us. Do you see any flies? Oh, I'm having a hard time seeing flies. Can you point some out for me? Where? Right behind me? All right, let's make our frogs try and eat the fly in 3, 2, 1. Good job. Very delicious. All right, friends, that was an awesome journey. Give yourself a pat on the back. Now let's take our final resting pose. That pose again is called child's pose. Let's stretch our knees out like this. Bring your seat back. Bring your arms forward. And again, kiss your forehead to the ground. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. One more deep breath in. And let it go. If it feels good to you in your body, you can wiggle around in this position. Really stretch your fingers out wide. Nice work. Now, we're going to come into our very last pose to relax and to focus on the incredible adventure we've been on today. And this is called Savasana. So I want you to sit up like this with your feet in front of you, and gently we're going to roll our bodies down to the ground. While we are on the ground, friends, can you take one hand and put it right on your belly button, and the other hand and put it on your belly button, and take a deep breath in like you're filling up a balloon. And now let's exhale, letting all of the air out of our body. Try that again, but this time we're going to count to 4 and focus just on filling the spot where your belly button is filled with air. All right, count to 4. Deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it and let your balloon belly out. Good job. Now can you focus on your chest? Bring your hands right up here under your neck. Can you fill this spot with air? Let's try. And let it out. While you're doing this, friends, ask yourself, what does the air feel like? Is it cold? Is it warm? Am I breathing in fast or slow? All right. Now I want us to focus all of our energy all the way down to our toes. Can you scrunch your toes up? First your right foot, then your left foot. Scrunch each toe, and then let it go. Try that again now with your ankles. Can you move your ankles around? Scrunch it all up, and then let it go. You can do it with your knees. Scrunch it up, and let it go. And one more time, scrunch your hands up really tight, and let it go. Now we're going to gently bring our bodies up from the floor and come into our seated position. My friends, thank you so much for joining me today on our adventure while we all became really silly animals. Which one was your favorite? Me too. I really loved when we could be cobra and make the sound like a snake. Can you do that one more time? Nice work. Well, from all of my friends at the American Lung Association, thank you so much for joining us today. And remember that this calm feeling and stretching our bodies is just one breath away. Have a great rest of your day, friends. I'll see you soon.